Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel Test Automation Mantras. In today's video, I'm going to cover the same topic I covered in the last session or last video. It was around the JMeter. So I covered how you can send a request to test a Google page using JMeter. All the setup I have explained in the previous video. So as seen in the screen, I created a simple test plan, which is a Google page test plan. I added a thread group and then I created this HTTP request to test the Google page. We use protocol and server name to enter in this request, and then we added a view result tree to see the outcome of this execution. Just to show the execution, again, select your plan or you can select thread group and click on run to execute the test case. And you will see that on the outcome, Google page request is executed successfully and you're getting a response code as 200 and response message as okay. Now, as a next step, you would like to add some assertions just to validate, yes, it is 200 instead of looking manually that whether it's pass or fail. What we can do is we have another assertion in the thread group. You can add assertion as a response assertion. As you see, there's a response assertion here. You can add that request to assert on the response, and you can say validate response code. So in this case, we are going to validate the response code, field to test is response code, and then you have different matching rules. In this case, we are saying equal. Click on add to add the expected response code in this case. So expected response code is 200. Once added, just go back again. You can clear the previous results. Click on run button. Once you execute, again, you can see the results under the view result tree. As you can see, the request is successfully executed here. Now, just to make sure that the test is actually passing, we can do a quick negative test. Say instead of 200, I can enter 201 as expected code. So I go back to thread group again and try to run it. In this case, you can see the test case is failing, and validate response code. Here you can see the expected we entered as 201, but the actual response code received is 200. So in this case, response code is not matching and request fails. Now we are going to discuss about the thread group in details. So as you see on the thread group, we do have some of the properties which we can utilize, and those are critical for any performance and load testing as well. So some of the, there are some simpler errors. If you would like to stop the thread, you would like to continue depending on a condition, you can select that. Thread properties are critical to understand. Say in this case, I have specified number of users, that means there is only one thread being created, and there are ramp up periods like in seconds. If you would like users to enter in the system with a delay of some time, that is where ramp up period will be specified. So ramp up period is within how much difference the next user should log in into the system. So say for example, I am going to specify thread as 5. So I would like 5 users to log in into the system, and then I specify that ramp up period is 30 seconds, which means that within 30 seconds, all the 5 users should be in the system and doing the activities. However, it does wait for user to log in into the system before the next thread can start. In this case, when I say 30 and number of threads is 5, that means 30 divided by 5, which is ramp up period divided by number of threads, equal to 6 seconds, where one user will log in into the system and next user will log in into the system after 6 seconds. So in this case, if I just set up this 5 users with 30 seconds ramp up period and I go and execute it, you will see the results that it is waiting. Error occurs starting thread group, invalid duration set in the thread group. So if I go back and see what I have set it up, I tick this box specify thread lifetime. So I'm not going to tick that one up for now. We are just testing the thread properties with number of threads and ramp up period and see the outcome. So if I go and try to execute that, the one user is in the system, it's waiting, it'll wait for 6 seconds, and then the second user will enter. Now it will be third user after 6 seconds, and after 6 seconds it'll be the fourth user and fifth user, and like that 30 seconds, within 30 seconds all the users will be in system and doing the activity. That is what the purpose of this number of thread groups and ramp up period.